and take the next step. And it all starts right now. Strike one from Corbin Burnes.
Because his ability to get on base.
And he's quickly at an 0-2 hole. The Dodgers and Padres played 2 in Seoul, South Korea. And this first game begins with Corbin Burnes and Anthony season diamond. 1-2. There's that curveball from Corbin Burnes.
Well above average on all 3 of those pitches.
On 2-2, he spins the cutter down and away.
Feel a little bit different.
Payoff pitch to start the year. Ladies and gentlemen, right field for Los Angeles today. And Hicks will take a called strike. It is called by Hicks, who really saved the Orioles at times last year due to some injuries. Signed a free agent deal with the Angels this offseason ago. It's a fresh start in Anaheim. Hicks on a 1-1 gets just a piece of that Corbin Burnes.
And the count is 1-2 because he got ahead. That's how you have to get Hicks out.
And that's how you get him out. A breaking ball in the dirt. Rutschman down to first, and it's 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to Cy Young and MVP. The great Mike Trout with a check swing foul to start.
Very, very one of the best defense.
I talked about how well the defense played in spring training.
Mike Trout launches a 1-1 up in the air to deep left center field. Austin Hayes and Cedric Mullins at the wall, and that ball is in the Oriole bullpen. The first home run of the season is the 369th in the career of Mike Trout to give the Angels the first run on opening day.
Well, he hit 18 of them last year, but he only got up 308 times because of the
cleanup hitter Taylor Ward, his first pitch swinging as well. This one will stay on the infield for Ryan Mountcastle. Angels get the game's first run. Gunnar Henderson
from Memorial Stadium. So on opening days, I would always go. What's
your finest memory?
It was just across the street.
I mean, if you told them Jim Palmer was pitching, it was probably an easy out.
Absolutely. I had owned it for 30 years. Was, I think, ready to leave the ownership group. Obviously, maybe a good idea to move on a bit. And in my case, I kind of a way to help Baltimore, I thought, and maybe, you know, make people in Baltimore happy. And it seemed like the record is about 118 games a year or something like that.
I think 116.
116, the Mariners.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, you let Mike Elias, who's done a terrific job, run the club. I mean,
you know, my expertise in baseball.
For Burnes in his Oriole debut. And he drops in that curveball strike to Nolan Shawnuel.
With getting more suites sold, more tickets sold, I think season tickets sold. I think good, and so he and I will do a number of presentations around the community to kind of see what we can do to get more interest in the firm. The owner's supposed to do either on opening day, but they told me what to do, and here I am.
Figure it out, huh?
Right.
Sent it into Nolan Shawnuel, 1-2. He's a close friend of yours who has been very involved with Johns Hopkins. As Shawnuel hits one up in the air to right center field. It looks a little deeper than it is sometimes from up here. So it's on near tracks.
Who have money to invest, and I know a lot of people around the country, so it wasn't that difficult for me to do that. But not that I'm the best in the world. $5 billion than anybody's ever given in the history of our country to one university. Wow. And he cares about Baltimore.
No. I imagine not.
And we'll see.
1-1 for Miguel Sano, the new Angel.
We were talking last night about the important things.
Right. Mike
but
Bloomberg,
he seems a very, very nice man.
He loves golf.
And the Orioles trying to defend it are off to a flying start. 5-1 after 2. Corbin Burnes with a strike. Trivia. Our owner is better than all of you owners out there. That was amazingly impressive to have.
Very much so.
Logan O'Hoppe, the batter against Burnes here. David said it. Look, we thank the Angelos family. We're all mourning the loss of 101 wins, best farm system in baseball. The new lease to extend the life of the Orioles at Camden Yards at least another 30 years. As Logan O'Hoppe pops out to first. Those fans
Not that the Orioles were leaving because Camden Yards was being built when Peter Angelos bought the team in 1993, but how many things did he do for people in this city that nobody really knew a whole lot about it, and you can say the same thing for
ninth spot for the Angels against Corbin Burnes. And Neto swings over the top of that. Burnes been involved in getting the Orioles to this place. A lot of folks will be involved in getting the Orioles to even better places in the years. E.L. Hall to the Milwaukee Brewers.
And Ben and I were kind of wondering, okay.
Another 2-2 for the rookie Zach Neto. Down he goes, and Corbin Burnes has struck out 5 Angels the first time through the lineup.
Well, we talked about him being able to
And away and go down and away. That ball just goes straight down. And Neto, when healthy, pretty good young hitter, and he swings
% of the time.
High fastball to Anthony Rendon batting lead. Mike Trout with a solo home run in the first. Rendon takes a little bit of a low cutter. Averaged 94 miles per hour. It is uncommon. You see 95 pitch mix. 4-seam fastball. He ditched it in favor of that cutter. Went from one of the worst pitches in baseball to one of the best pitches in baseball. And he just threw another one for Burnes. 5 strikeouts, 1 base runner. That was a Mike Trout home run in the first inning, and Trout.
Black, that little black edge of the corner. There's the glove again. And I thought that Adley Rutschman did a much.
But it's more of an old school for him. So he gives the target and the glove stays there, right? That's more of an old school approach. In today's, I want to see the target. I want to know where you want the ball, and I want you to leave your glove to that spot every time. Because when you drop the glove on.
And I mean, there's a glove right on the corner. And I'm sure that's what Burnes is saying. Hey, I can know that's what Hick does. He makes you throw the ball over. And by working.
Huge part of that American League East Championship. Hicks with a ground ball up the middle. Gunnar Henderson is there. The new everyday shortstop, and he just gets the hustling Hicks. But clear skies in terms of precipitation. That makes this an absolutely gorgeous day, because there is baseball day home run, his 4th career.
Yeah, and that's where you want to attack. It's at the top of the strike zone.
On an 0-2, up and away for strike. Burnes, Baltimore Oriole. Cy Young winner 3 years ago. The last 4 years, 30+ times this season.
Whoa. Yeah. And again, you have no frame of reference if you're the home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson.
Well, the average curveball, what that pitch was.
1-2 for Ward.
Ooh, yeah.
Thought he had him.
Yeah, you can see
2 on 2 strikes.
Well, it's good to see Taylor Ward, so he can hit some home runs. He got good power to the opposite field. And if the
another 3-2, and Corbin Burnes gets it. There's a home run hitter, Anthony Santander, as a right-handed batter. He only hit 5 of his 20
in spring training, and just 31 ball games. Now in spring training, as you mentioned, the wind does blow out, but it's a big improvement. 18th best out of the 30 teams in Major League Baseball.
Slow ground ball over the mound. Jorge Mateo retires Brandon Drury. Corbin Burnes 11 consecutive Angels. Struck out the first 2. Mike Trout hit a home run, and Burnes has brutally efficient. 66 pitches through 4 1/3, and a 1-1 count to Nolan Shawnuel.
Yeah, he said he struggled a little bit with the feel of his best pitch, which is that cutter, early in spring training, but it appears he's figured it out.
Yeah, and he's right over on the first base side of the rubber, so he's got a perfect angle into lefties. For grip, that's how he gets the high velocity on it.
Shawnuel goes fishing. Strike 3, and Burnes.
Corbin Burnes, they're all above average, but the curveball 49% swing and miss. That's a big number.
Second most used pitch behind the cutter. And Sano will swing right through a slider. This is absolutely
3. So you get an 0-2. You don't have to throw him a strike. And he doesn't. Yeah, one little slider, or he's got a no-hitter going.
And there's the pitch that has been his signature pitch. Is healthy at the start of the year. They were so banged up last year. Hoppy with a drive out to left field. Austin Hayes tracking it down. Austin Hayes is there. And Corbin Burnes. Zach Neto with a first pitch strike. What do you guys make of
pitching? And they, I was looking at this I guess it's Chase Silstick. Sith, has done television for him forever. He said they have 5 or 6 guys when he was kind of an honorary coach, and there's another breaking ball for another strike.
Still picks up a swing and a miss, his 10th punch out of the day.
How about the ball to strike ratio? And it just got better. 50.
I think that was in 21 when he won the Cy Young.
Yeah.
That was the start of the season. Yeah, didn't walk a batter and had like 58, 54. But boy, he figured it out the second half. The ERA 2.7 after the All-Star break last year, and he really got all his.
Has been amazing.
Well, I mean that's what real number ones look like.
Yeah.
That's what they look like. But since then, it's been lights out.
It's been untouchable.